Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about data point groups and why they're useful. This video assumes that you've already watched the videos about OPC data points and data splitters, as we will be building on the concepts from those videos. If you remember, we created our OPC data point earlier. It represents the state of our machine. It's being pulled in automatically via a KEP server, an OPC server, and it's populated with an integer. Continuously represents the state of the machine. A 1 is cutting, a 2 is repositioning tool, etc. per our manufacturer of our tool. Then over here we made a data splitter. We said we're going to define all of those individual states and break them out so that we could report on them individually. I've taken the liberty of adding a few more since the video, and we'll take a look. We see that we already had cutting, repositioning, and tool change in our list. I've added a few more non-desirable states: equipment breakdown, machine idle, and need operator input. The next thing we want to talk about, though, is data point groups. We've got those machine states set out for us, and we've got it all broken up, but some of those machine states are related. They represent similar states of the machine, either good or bad states of the machine, desirable or undesirable. I'm going to create a new data point group by right-clicking and choosing New Data Point Group, and I'm going to call this Good States. I will create a second called Bad States. We need not tie any signatures to this right now. We'll just hit Save. And here's another one, Bad States. That will represent our undesirable states of the machine. And we'll save this right as it is as well. Now you see these two elements here, good states and bad states, and they are represented as data point groups. You see these little bundles of bullets in that little box. Now, any of the machine states that we defined in our data splitter can now be added to either good states or bad states, and good states or bad states can be reported on as a whole. Let's open up our good states and we'll see that it's empty, and we're going to add some data point references. We'll choose New. Here are our machine states, and we'll say our good states are going to be cutting, repositioning tool, and tool change. You can control-click to select multiples in this list. Once satisfied, hit OK. It'll think for just a moment, and then it will add references to each of those data points in this data point group. Now, a data point group reads as a lengthy OR statement, if you will. It says, as such, if cutting is true, or repositioning tool is true, or tool change is true, then good states is true. Good states is represented similarly as a continuous Boolean. It's always either on or off. Now, when any of the members within good states are on, good states will be on as well. And we can report on good states as a group now. Let's go back up one level to our test lathe and go in and define our bad states. Again, we'll choose New Data Point Reference. It'll think for a moment, bring up our machine states, and I'm going to choose Equipment Breakdown, Machine Idle, and Need Operator Input as my undesirable bad states. Click OK. It'll think for a moment, and now these are members of bad states. A data point may be a member of as many data point groups as you desire. If there were, for some reason, a particular machine state that needed to be a member of good states and bad states, while I can't think of a good reason for that, it's certainly not disallowed. That covers it. We've added some good states and some bad states to our groups, and we've taken our original data point, broken it up into tiny little pieces, and then grouped those pieces together into good states and bad states to make it easier to report. And you can see that from a single data point here, from a single integer coming in from the machine, we have extrapolated a large amount of useful data for our reports. We'll see you in the next video.